Why would I worry about those before me? I'm worried about the future of our children. I'm worried about how to put Imo State back to work. My concern is how to develop human psychic infrastructure, human infrastructure. We need to stop all this rubbish going on with insecurity. And everybody says, oh, you have to call Brigadier this, call Colonel that, call Commissioner of Police this. No, you have to go to the foundation. What led these young men to criminality? What percentage of them are outright criminals? What percentage of them are agitators? What's their motive? What's their takeaway? How many of them are approachable? You remove those who are criminals for proper handling. And then those you can salvage, you begin to salvage. You create opportunity for them to be what they can only envision. Not that a guy comes out of secondary school and he sees his mate who become the PA to a governor or SA to a governor. And this was a dullard that you probably didn't graduate properly. All of a sudden, his SA, he's now building one duplex at Akanchawa. Before he turn around, he's building at a Concord extension. And the guy is sitting down there. He can barely find food to eat. He's watching his old mother that has been feeding him forever cry. It gets to a point, he says, to hell with all of this. Whatever will be, let it be. I'm ready to die. Somebody once told me a story of a kid that told him that he was prepared to go commit crime. If he gets caught and they'll kill him, better for him. So this is what a responsible government must address. If your child is hungry, find out why your child is hungry, address the hunger. Don't chastise him. You say, blah, 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 blah. Why are you hungry? Why didn't you eat now? Okay, your mother didn't cook food. There's no food. Hey, okay, chere. I have small granite. But this granite, your mother will come back from market in the next 2 hours. Drink small water. The probability is high that that child will not leave the house to go look for something to steal elsewhere. Or if a child comes back, oh, I don't have food, and you chase him away with cane. You have chased him into the wilderness to go look at Mama Mary's shop on Papa Fide's restaurant and steal something from there. I don't condone stealing. I don't condone evil. I don't condone crime. But we must, as responsible leaders, find out what is driving these young men and women into what they do and see the ones that we can address. And that's what a responsible governor will do. Why wouldn't you talk to? Are you dumb? Are you deaf? You must talk to people. What are you afraid of? If every negotiation fails, then you get into the next level of activity. But you must talk. Every war ends on the table. Every war ends on the table. I don't believe that somebody has done something bad and the solution is go there and shoot him down. Talk first. Look for solution. And there's been no time in human history that you have sincerely and genuinely looked for solution. And people know that you have genuinely looked for solution, that you didn't walk away with something. That's my thinking. If you read my 2007 agenda, you see what I called my plan for the Southeast, the heart of Igbo land. we take a lot of insults. Every so often, people say, "Go back to your state. Go back to your state. Go back to Southeast." It is because they know that we are challenged here. It is because they know we have not been able to put our act together. If I know you have a house now that is very comfortable and all that, would I be chasing you out of my house? Before I open my mouth, you pack your bag and quickly go back to your house, which is equally as good, if not better than mine. But if I know that you are an irresponsible man who has not been able to put your house in order, I can tell you anything. In the Southeast, you have, call it a conglomerate of the best brains, the most industrious people in the world. I told you earlier that if you drop an Igbo man on this granite, he will germinate. We are those people that leave our home, go into, sit in a desert, begin to clear the place, and in 7 days we have water. Go into the forest, clear it, we have light. We build towns, communities from nothing. We industrialize people's homes from nothing. We are the children and grandchildren of those who were given 20 naira to start life in 1970, which means that we have incredible capacity. All we need to do is remove our selfishness and our greed. We are not the most corrupt people. Remove our selfishness and our greed. What we have built all over the world, we built in the Southeast. And it's very simple. Identify what each senatorial zone in the Southeast has in terms of natural and natural resources. What type of commerce each zone is interested in. Develop cells, economic cells in those places geared towards full development. As we develop the infrastructure, we develop the human capital that is there. We create a common red line linking our towns. Consumer confidence is very high here. There are over 49 million people that live in the Southeast. Consumer confidence is very high because we know how to trade, we know how to make money, we know how to create money. And we are not afraid to venture into conquer new space. Economically, I mean. Develop proper healthcare. Look at today, this country spends 2 billion US dollars on health tourism to India. Only India I'm talking about. Most northerners go to Egypt, Saudi Arabia, UAE. Most people from Southwest go to London, go to South Africa. The bulk of these $2 billion is spent by people from Southeast. If you go to a place like Ahmedabad Hospital, the people you see there, you see people speaking Igbo as if they are in a Ogumabili. So, what does it take for us to develop in each of our 5 states special hospitals? Enugu could be a hospital that specializes in endocrinology. Anambra could be a cardiological hospital. It is not a place you go to, they tell you the size of the heart of a man's heart is the size of the clenched fist. No, if you get there, they will tell you why your heart is swollen. What is wrong with your bicuspid valves? Why do you have calcium? Why do you have calcification in your heart? They will explain that to you. Why are these arteries blocked? What things can be done to clean out these arteries? Do you need stents? Do you need pacemakers? So they explain it to you. If the organ that is being addressed is your eye, for instance, they are not going to tell you that you have glaucoma and you move away like a bingo. They will explain to you what glaucoma is. The filtration, what is blocking the filtration at the back of your retina? What is damaging the optic nerves? When they get damaged, do you have any chance of regenerating them? It's not enough. Our people are advanced. Then you come to Imo. You have hospital that specializes in urology, in nephrology, in oncology. You know, there's a department that is just cancer.
Everything, as you've alluded to, boils down to leadership. Now, the question to you, sir, who is going to bail the cat? Are you willing to step up as the governor to coordinate this within the greater Igbo nation?
If I'm governor of Imo State, I can tell you that this process will not cost the state government one penny. This is all private sector initiative. I'm trying to build a hospital like this in Enugu. The UNTH had cut out about 45 hectares of land for this project. For me, personal, private initiative. You don't have to. You must know what you are doing. You must know where the monies are, where to find them, people to partner with. But when the people know that you are corrupt as a governor, if they bring that in, you are asking them, what is my share? If we build these hospitals, what percentage are you going to give to me? You begin to negotiate for your personal interest. And so the people say, bug off, this man is a criminal.
For the Obidati campaign, you were made the coordinator for Imo State. And in my research, I found out that within a very short period of time, by the time you were made the coordinator, Imo State's Labour Party had about 4,000 plus members. But within a short while, you've been able to grow that numbers to numbers around 500,000 and over 500,000. How did you achieve that within that short period of time?
Motivation. Motivation. Every day I wake up and I see what this guy, enigmatic guy called P2P, what this guy has done, what he has transformed this country politically, economically, socially into. Even if I'm sleeping, I wake up, I say to myself, there got to be a way we can help this guy. There got to be a way. I was a little guy the other day that they were rejecting. Some people even rejected to make him VP. And out of his own God given wisdom, he said, no, I'm not going to be VP to anybody. I'm going to be on the ballot. Something that nobody would have believed would amount to anything. I read quite a lot. I've never seen anybody put together this massive human appeal. Remember October 1st, in 56 countries, worldwide people were campaigning out in the streets, rooting for this guy. So there's no way you wouldn't support a guy like that. Yes, when I became PCC coordinator of Imo, the first thing I did, I went to the party secretariat, pledged my loyalty to the chairman, state chairman, and the state working committee, and told them that I have a different approach to doing business, political business. I grew ABGA from nothing. ABGA was nothing, zero, zero, zero. I took ABGA, grew ABGA into the real force in Imo State. Use ABGA to get myself elected governor. Use ABGA to elect people like Chris Anyanwu governor. Senator. Use ABGA to win 26 House of Assembly members and some House of Reps till they started the normal thing that we are known for in this country. So I know how to grow a political party and process. I said to them, we are not going to have directors. I'm not here to appoint coordinators, this, that. We don't have time to waste. I, Martina Agbaso, I am not in charge of Imo State. I am not in charge of Owerri North. I am not in charge of Emekuku Ward 1. I am in charge of the polling booth in Chifobi Memorial Primary School, which is where I vote. It's called polling booth 1A, 104A. I'm going to be there. What my approach is, I need 200 man per booth. If you only have 4,186 people as membership of the party, and we have 2.2 million registered people in Imo State, and we are going to chase 1.5, 1.6 million votes for P2B, yeah, it's not going to be done by these 4,000 people. Let's go to our booths. There is no time for a long grammar. Let's go to our booths. If you have 200 people working with you with their PVCs, that means we are going to wake up on election day with already 986,000 people counted in the bag. And those were the type of numbers I was expecting. I don't know how they suppressed it, but that's the story for another day. So the motivation, as I said, came from watching this young man beat his head against the wall. I hear that he went to bed by 4 a.m. I hear that he's on the plane by 7 a.m. heading to the next town. There's no way you won't support him, especially when you know he means well. He means well for this country. And he's selfless. He's not looking to steal a penny. I've had people call him names. I've had people call him all kinds of things. One bingo, excuse my French, said to me, why did the man save money? Did we tell him to save money? And I told him, so you respect people who stole the money. You would have preferred that he stole the money than saving it for Anambra people. So there's no way you can find such a leader and not be motivated to fight, to do your best. Nigerian politics will never be the same again. The political weight of Peter, if it is P2B, if it is 500 kg today, in the coming months and years ahead, it will grow to 10,000 kg. Obedient movement has come to stay. Obedient movement has come to stay. I came out with him on Friday at the campaign office. I went there for something else. While we were standing there, he wanted to get into his car. I wanted to get into my car to start heading to the airport. The building next door is a school, kindergarten school. The children were shouting from the window, "Good morning, Mr. President. Good morning, Mr. President. God bless Mr. President." Man, I was moved to tears. These kids are like 4 years, 5 years, 7 years. Those are the real obedience.
Chief Martin Agbaso, thank you very much for having me, and thank you for taking your time to allow this interview to hold. I'm most grateful.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure. And let me establish my gratitude that you came all the way from Abuja. Am I correct? To do this interview. I'm usually publicity shy. I don't give interviews. But after I spoke with you, I said, why not? And my beautiful wife over there was around. Said, we might as well do it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.